What is up everyone, Diluc here with another Genshin Impact video. With the recent preview of the version 1.3, we had a peek at the next major content update coming in the near future. Multiple events have been teased as well as the upcoming banners. Understandably, everyone's attention seems to be on Zhao because he brings a breath of fresh air. But Keqing will also get her own banner, which is the first time ever for a standard banner character. As someone who invested into Keqing as a physical carry before entering the Diluc rabbit hole, I wanted to make a short video explaining what gear I use, her particular playstyle, as well as possible teams to maximize her damage. Just a disclaimer real quick that this is only a showcase of her physical damage, and I'm not claiming that this is the best way to build her. In the future, I will probably revisit her with a Electro build with Thundering Fury or Thunder Suitor once I'm done farming for it. So let's go and check it out, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so here's my Keqing. She is level 80, Ascension 6, with level 8 auto attacks, level 8 E skill, and a level 9 Q. She's Constellation 3, but it won't really affect the build because most of her constellations are based on using Electro. As for the weapon, I'm using the 5-star sword Aquila Favonia, which is probably the best in slot for physical Keqing because of its substat. The high base attack mixed with this huge physical damage multiplier will make Keqing auto attacks hit like a truck. The passive on the weapon is quite situational, and it doesn't seem to do much other than a decent burst of damage upon getting hit, but it definitely won't give as much safety as a healer. For my artifacts, I opted for a 2-piece Bloodstain and a 2-piece Gladiator. You could also run this build with a 4-piece Bloodstain, which is probably ideal. In terms of main stats, I would obviously recommend using a physical damage goblet, a crit rate or crit damage circlet depending on your ratio, and an attack percent sense. The substat priority is crit rate, crit damage, followed by attack percent, energy recharge, flat attack, and elemental mastery. The least desired substats will be the defensive ones such as HP and defense. In terms of talent priority for a physical build, the auto attacks would be the first one to level up, followed by the elemental burst and elemental skill. Here you can see her total stats. In terms of team comps, Keqing will strongly benefit from a cryo support, or even better, 2 cryo supports in order to get the resonance buff for more crit rate. Mixing cryo and electro will create superconduct, and it will reduce the enemy's physical resistance by 40% for 12 seconds. For the cryo supports, I would definitely recommend Ganyu, Keia, Chi-Chi, or Diona because they all have cryo applications that can be used off-field. If you want to invest in a single character, I would go for Xingyan as a burst support to get a 15% physical damage increase just by activating her shield. Zhongli will also become a much better option once he receives this buff because his shield has more uptime, provides more shred, and is much stronger. It won't be as good as superconduct, but it's easier to manage and trigger. Lastly, another good resonance to use is probably the Animo buff that provides a decrease in stamina use and movement speed increase. This wouldn't be necessary with a 4-piece Bloodstain, but it provides a lot of movement if you are not running a full set. In terms of playstyle, Keqing is definitely harder to play than other physical carries because she strongly depends on charge attacks to pump out damage. For that reason, you will have to constantly monitor her stamina bar. In my opinion, she is the strongest physical carry in the game right now, but has a much higher skill gap than playing other units. For instance, Razor is another great choice as a physical DPS, but he falls off in the late game because of his selfishness and lack of team play capabilities. Unlike Razor, Keqing doesn't suffer from this because swapping characters won't disable her strongest damage source. All in all, she's an amazing damage carry that can dish out one of the most potent physical charge attacks in the game. Her main weakness will be her high stamina usage, which can be bettered by using a full set of Bloodstain, the Animo Resonance, or keeping her above a certain stamina threshold at all times. Now, let's see how she performs against various bosses and domains. On that note, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.